during this practice?
Yes, sir, definitely. I would like to play, but I know I gotta wait, take hold to be, handling the kicks, getting in and getting the opportunity with my numbers called.
Deshaun and other guys have said that during fall camp you're really in Wayne's hip pocket. What did you try to learn?
I just try to learn everything from him. He's a great guy. Not only the football stuff, just how he handles himself. Off the field, and try to take everything from him.
About midway through camp, Dabo said, Tavien's getting into fourth gear, but I need you to get into fifth gear. I'm sure you heard all that. What did he mean by that?
He was just saying, I'm playing good with a good pace, but I just need to kick it up a notch. They brought me in to be special, and that's what I need to do.
I'm sure you've heard all the comparisons made between yourself and C.J. Spiller, especially wearing number 28. What have you thought about all those comparisons?
It's been special, just to be brought up in the conversation and such. C.J. Spiller, this has been an honor, and he's a great guy, and what he did for the school is unbelievable.
What's the biggest part of the game that you think you've learned more of since you've gotten here? And two is, how is your shoulder doing?
I think I learned, more of the blocking concept than I ever did in high school. I know what it takes, the technique and all that, and just getting better with that. And my shoulder, it's about 95% right now.
What do you think you did to take yourself from that fourth gear to that fifth gear like you were asked to?
I think I just, stopped trying to play mistake-free and just play football. When I first got here, I was just trying to make no mistakes, try to be perfect, but I understand, you're going to mess up people who are supposed to play 100% full speed all the time.
Is that different than in high school? Your approach to don't make mistakes?
Yeah, I was like that my freshman year. I didn't want to make mistakes in high school, but towards the end, as my senior and junior year came around, I was so comfortable that I just went out there and played without even thinking about it.
When you're trying to get past the shoulder surgery, how hard is it to block, as you said, and to run through contact and to be physical when you have that infection?
When I first got here, honestly, I didn't really want nobody to touch it, or I didn't want it to be touched, so I was just kind of running a little skittish. But as I knew, it's football, you got to turn it on, you got to play. So when I got that in the back of my mind, it was like, hey, it's over, it's going to get hit, it's going to hurt some days, just go through with it. And I think that was the turning point for me.
In high school, you demonstrated a great ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, one touchdowns on wheel routes and so forth. Is that an area you think that gives you a special niche in this offense?
Yes, sir, definitely. I think I can be special in this offense. Just by the way I catch the ball and things they do with the back, getting them flare routes out of space, open space. I can make you guys get some space, that would be great, just get more involved.
Now that you're healthy, do you look back and think, man, I was really hurting those last 2 years of high school?
Yes, sir, definitely. The last 2 years of high school, my health was one of my biggest concerns. Just not even being able to get in the weight room like I wanted to in high school, just because I had a shoulder injury in my senior year. I messed up my knee a little bit. It was definitely something I got to get healthy before I even do anything else as well.
Do you think a lot of people criticized Coach Scott last year in the play calling at Spartanburg, but do you think a lot of that was just trying to protect you?
Definitely. They knew I was banged up and they didn't want to put a lot of pressure on me. They knew, what kind of future I had. So, as I look back on it now, I respect their decision, to try to give me at least some carries and let my body rest a little bit.
Going back to that high school and tying the pass blocking questions, what was it like the first time you saw a 220-pound linebacker come screaming through the A-gap at you at practice? Because you didn't see that in high school.
Oh, man, it was a little different. He banged me up pretty well first time I got one of those guys, but I knew I can handle it. I knew they brought me up here for a reason, and I knew if they didn't think I could do it, they were going to have me blocking. So I had to get my mind right and go block.
When Coach Woody makes a comment, you're in fourth gear, you need to kick it up. Did you feel like you were in fourth gear? Was there some pushback there where you're thinking yeah, but am I not good enough, or
I knew I wasn't I was playing a little shy a little bit. I really wasn't playing my game because I just tried, like I said, I was trying to play mistake free. But once I let it loose, I understand like I can make a mistake. But if I make it 110%, like it's not gonna be that much noticeable. And it's something I did notice. I was playing a little bit, but then I was like, when she said that, I was like, okay, Taylor, you gotta go. Like you gotta stop being shy. You gotta embrace everything.
98% of Clemson fans have never seen you run the football, not in high school. And they probably have this thought that you're just a speedster, a guy that's going to get outside. But talk about the physical part of your game and not being afraid to run inside.
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely, I think run inside. My favorite play in high school was actually was a pull around by the guard, and it led me up inside. So that was my favorite play. I mean, my speed has been a big part of my game, but you know, when I have to, I have to get physical. That's what I do.
What's it like playing for Dallas?
It's great. He's a great coach. He's pushing you every day, you know, and he's gonna hold you accountable. That's one thing I noticed around here. Like everybody's accountable for themselves and as you know a teammate, just being responsible. He treats you like a young adult.
The way that we know that he'll keep guys after practice and after speeches. He loves talking. He loves waxing poetic. I mean, is that something that the whole locker room sort of identifies with or takes to heart?
Yeah, definitely. They take his words to heart. You know, like he says, you play to a standard, and like every guy has to play to this standard, has to be to this standard. So, you know, as a young guy, you want to come in and you think, you know, I might not play, so I might not go as hard. But he wants you to play to this standard. He wants you to be the best in case you get a chance and you can go out there and you can prove to everybody that you can play football.
You've already talked about how good the relationship is with you and Wayne. Is the entire backfield is kind of a lot of camaraderie there where you push each other, but you root for each other as well?
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely. All those guys are great in the room. You know, like, they embraced me with open arms when I got here, and that's something I really appreciate. And like we be in practice, they just push each other to a whole another level, and it's something I haven't had before. You know, in Spartanburg, I was the only, like, basically the only like guy that really in my position that was really excelled at the level. But when I got here, like they all dogs. You know, they all pushed me and like pushed me hard to work in practice. Like it's something that I really didn't do in high school. Like really working in practice, but it's something they pushed me to do.
Going back to the comparison with CJ Spiller, you said you really like that physical aspect of the game. Do you think that the comparison with CJ almost unfairly maybe mischaracterized you as a speedster, and do you want to kind of separate yourself from him with that physical running style?
I mean, it really goes along with both. I mean, I can be a speed guy, but my game is a lot physical too. Like I can be a physical guy, but I just want to be great like he wanted to be, like he was great. That's one thing I can say, honestly, taking from that. I just want to be a great football player.
Asked the question earlier to a couple of the other freshmen. What's the biggest change for you as a student athlete acclimating to life here at Clemson?
Probably the biggest change is probably the 10 hours of tutoring we have. Like, it's mandatory. Like I never had a tutor, so like having those, but it's been a big help though. You know, just somebody helping me, you know, with my work, and in case I need it, and just making sure I do it, and that's been a big part of why I've been successful so far in the academic side.
Good stuff. Good job, David.
Thank you very much.